Thanks for joining us. I'm Tamika Alexander. Topping tonight's news, the jury has reached a verdict in the case against indicted House Speaker Mike Hubbard. And the verdict is guilty on 12 of the 23 counts. The jury deliberated for about 7 hours after both the prosecution and defense rested their cases. WVUA 23's political analyst Steve Flowers joins us now. And Steve, what does this mean for the Speaker and the legislator?
Well, it's been a long 3-week trial. I think both the prosecution and defense did an excellent job in presenting the case and defending the case. What happens now, Tamika, is that Speaker Hubbard is automatically removed from his House seat in Lee County. There'll be a special election for his seat called by the governor eventually. But what it means for the state is you'll have a new Speaker of the House also. Now, my guess is that they will wait until next year when they go into regular session in February to have a reorganization of the House to elect a new Speaker within the House membership at that time. You're seeing the end of probably the most powerful Speaker I've seen in my lifetime of following Alabama politics. He had garnered an immense amount of power as Speaker, and sometimes power corrupts, and Lee County jury found that to be the case in Mike Hubbard's case. So he no longer will be Speaker of the House. I think it also is very doubtful that the governor will call a special session of the legislature this summer because they'll have no leader, and I think they were really reluctant to go into special session anyway.
All right. Thanks so much, Steve, for joining us tonight. And sentencing for Hubbard is scheduled for July 28th. Well, back here closer to home, according to witnesses, 19-year-old David Zachary Parsons of Mountain Brook was killed Thursday night at the intersection of Highway 280 and Dolly Ridge Road. Witnesses say Parsons was riding his bicycle across the intersection when he was struck by a car, causing him to veer into oncoming traffic where a second car hit him. State troopers shut down I-59 North today after one person was killed by a two-vehicle collision. It happened around 9 o'clock this morning near the I-459 junction just outside of Trussville. No word yet on the victim's identity or any additional injuries. Anniston police say a pedestrian that was hit by a train this morning while trying to run across the railroad tracks has died. The pedestrian was crossing the tracks on Glen Addy Avenue near 7th Street when he was hit between around 10:30 and 10:45. The victim was airlifted to UAB where he died of his injuries this afternoon. An Alabama sanitation worker was struck and killed while riding on the back of a garbage truck Thursday. Harold Jamie Dickey died after a pickup truck crashed into the back of the truck he was riding on. A county commissioner says Dickey was a valuable part of their workforce and he will be missed. He leaves behind a wife and children. State troopers are investigating a two-vehicle wreck on Interstate 2059 near mile marker 60. 3 people were injured according to first responders. One victim was airlifted to UAB Hospital and another to Children's Hospital in Birmingham. The third was taken to DCH. One lane of traffic was closed, which caused long delays for motorists, but both lanes are now back open. Turning now to the weather. It was another hot one out there today. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now with the first look at the forecast. Hey, Richard, and happy Friday.
To make a good Friday evening, too, the hottest day so far this year. Check it out on the maps. 97 in Jasper, 92 in Tuscaloosa, 94 in Anniston and Birmingham. Some areas topping out in those upper 90s this afternoon. Certainly a hot day, and even tonight it's still very warm. 79 in Birmingham, 74 in Tuscaloosa, 74 in Anniston. Temperature slowly cooling tonight. Not much more, though. Moisture is increasing. Not really any cloud cover with that just yet, but that does change tomorrow. A few isolated thunderstorms develop after lunch, and we'll talk about a better rain chance for much next week. That is coming up in just a few minutes. Tamika.
Thanks, Richard. It seems like the hot weather is here to stay, and here are some tips to help you keep safe in all of this hot weather. Head team physician for the University of Alabama, Dr. James Robinson, says it's important to get used to the heat right now. If you have to be outside, try to work in the early morning or late afternoon. And if you have to be in the sun around noon, wear light colored, loose-fitting clothing and always wear a hat. Most importantly, stay hydrated. If you or someone else shows signs of heat exhaustion, here's what you should need to know.
the most important thing is to get them out of the heat. So get them into a shaded area or an air-conditioned area. Try to cool them down the best as possible. If they are really progressing and even get to the point where they may be going unconscious, then rapid cooling is really important. If you just took a towel that was iced in an ice towel and laid it across somebody and changed that about every 3 minutes, you can cool them almost as rapidly as that.
Dr. Robinson also says younger children and people over the age of 65 are the highest risk when it comes to heat exposure accidents. Despite the heat, lots of people came out tonight for the Live at the Plaza concert series, and reporter Catherine Assel has more.
After their previous success, Tuscaloosa's entertainment districts are back in action this weekend. Thanks to these districts, residents can enjoy their drinks outside and take them out of restaurants. This temporary change is for some of the city's events targeted at getting citizens downtown.
Just want to be able to attract people to the heart of the city.
The fun started tonight with the Live at the Plaza concert, but there will also be an entertainment district at the Black Warrior Fiddle Fest tomorrow at 10 a.m. However, if the Fiddle Fest isn't something you're interested in, there's still more going on. An entertainment district will be open in Timerson Square tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. The bars and restaurants along 4th Avenue and 23rd Street will be having drink specials, live music, and even a dunk tank. You can also expect some really great food.
To team up with Will House, they were going to get a pig, so we brought our smoker out. We're going to smoke a whole hog.
These businesses are expecting the day to bring in a lot of new customers.
Just in this little area, 100 to 200 people just here, and then come and go back and forth.
Director of Tourism Tina Jones says they want to show off all that Tuscaloosa has to offer.
We have so many great restaurants and bars and galleries and beautiful things downtown that people can come and see.
Tuscaloosa is pleased with its efforts so far, and there have been no reported incidents during these events. For WVUA 23, I'm Catherine Astle.
Kicking the habit of smoking is a hard habit to break, but with some help, you can give up tobacco for life. WVUA 23's Emma Talbot has more.
If you or someone you know has tried to quit smoking, then you know it is not an easy task. And those at the Lewis and Faye Manderson Cancer Center at DCH Hospital realize that. Today, they hosted Quit Now, Alabama, a tobacco cessation education and outreach event. While quitting tobacco use has been a goal across the country, the goal to quit especially rings true at the Manderson Cancer Center.
60% of our cancer patients are smokers. Not just the lung cancer patients, just the general cancer population is 60%. That's about double what the smoking population is in general. So anything that could be done to get people to quit smoking can help head off a number of health problems, heart disease and cancer.
Through Quit Now, Alabama, many organizations are able to come together to raise awareness on the issue of tobacco, not only in general, but also specifically targeting how employers can help employees with the quitting process in the workplace. DCH Hospital went tobacco and smoke-free in 2014. While this brings attention to the issue, those at DCH believe quitting is a continuous process.
But we didn't just go smoke-free. We also decided that we're going to have these other things available for our patients, for their families that want to quit. So it's moving more from just telling people this is what we need to do to actually trying to help these people and give them options. And I think that's been the missing piece.
Looking for some tips to quit smoking for you or a family member? Head on over to www.dchsystem.com for more information. For WVUA 23 News, I'm Emma Talbot.
Lots of road work is taking place in the city of Tuscaloosa, and right now the city is working on 5 road construction projects. There's 5 road closures on UA's campus. Meanwhile, ALDOT has 6 projects across Tuscaloosa County. They have also closed lanes and slowed traffic on Woolsey-Fennell Bridge this week for inspection. City leaders hope to have TDOT's road improvements completed by football season.
Good news is that all 3 of those are scheduled to be finished by the end of the summer. So when we get our big crowds coming back in, those 3 major roadblocks will be gone.
You can keep an eye on the road construction projects that may affect your commute online. For campus updates, go to wayfinding.ua.edu. For city updates, go to tuscaloosa.com/road-projects. And for ALDOT, visit dotstate.al.us. Still to come for you tonight on the news at 10, one local business is helping you beat the heat this weekend while raising money for a good cause. Plus, a lot of furry friends were out at Eagles Wings today to spread some joy. More news at 10 after this.